Hello, welcome back to another update for Project Hercules. This is our single cylinder motorbike engine made with some parts from a Bristol Hercules aircraft engine. One thing that we've been doing recently is to make a compression plate to go onto the bottom of the barrel. This is the barrel, but of course it's upside down, and this is the compression plate. The compression plate's that shape because on the bottom of the barrel, just above the spigot, there's a locating dowel. That's that shape there. The original plan was to machine that shape into the top of the engine cases just up here, and that would have worked fine, absolutely no problem at all. But by making a compression plate, we can change the compression ratio relatively straightforward by making thicker and thinner plates. Thicker plates, less compression; thinner plates, more compression. Standard compression on the Bristol Hercules was 7:1 because it was a supercharged engine, and also because on a sleeve valve, if you make the compression too high, you run into issues with the top of the piston obscuring the inlet or the exhaust ports because the ports are on the side of the engine. So they don't lend themselves to having overly high compression, but they are absolutely fine for supercharging. And who knows, if 2 3/4 litres isn't enough for a motorbike, then I can always supercharge it later. The compression plate gives us the added advantage that having made the plate, it was then quite easy to transfer it to the top of the engine cases, clamp it down and mark out the centres of all the holes. So there are 16 holes in the top of the engine cases. We've had to mark them just by spotting through, and we've marked both sets of cases. They now need to be drilled and tapped, so we're going with M10, and then we'll have to make 2 lots of 16 studs so that we can then bolt the barrel to the cases. The last thing we'll need to do before we can bolt the barrel to the cases is just bore around the throat, because this diameter is slightly smaller than the diameter of the spigot on the engine. So we bore this out on the big machine over there, and that'll make it a very nice fit. So there's a fair bit to do still, but it's not that long or not that far away before we can actually bring the two parts together, and then we'll have an idea of the overall size for things like making a frame and what's going to look right in the bike. So that's where we've got to so far. That's our project update.